Not sure why it's fucking asking me to put my damn password again. I know it doesn't show anything anyway, but I am going to click this. Son of a bitch. I have to create a damn new password. This is fucking annoying. And trying to set the code now. Wait a second. How is it? Correct. Come on. Okay, my password has been reset. Sorry, I'm trying to get all this set up. Now, it's not a very professional stream. Oh shit. Oh, never mind, I already did that. Shit. Sorry. Okay. Back to the game. Put that back up. Alright. Alright, now we can continue the game. Hurry up, damn loading screen. Finally. What was I doing here? I got a potion of revival would be good. What does each person have? He has 3 of those, he has 6 of those. Over 3 of those. We'll take 5 of those. Give the rest to this guy. Alright. I have to go to Vendran's Wellspire. But it says, return to your spire. Okay, you have to specifically return to the spire. Okay. Hills rumble, slowing away to the eruption landscape. Figures move towards you. They're through the dust, their silhouettes defined against the soft, violet glow. They're resolved into robed men, women armed with staves and flanked by iron-shod warriors, bearing the scarred heraldry of the disfavored. You took Karen from us and slaughtered our leaders. Yet we carry their will forward. A restoration begins with your destruction. Speak with them. Your hands near your weapon, you consider your words carefully. Attempt subterfuge. Diffuse the situation. You calmly raise your hands and adopt the most rational tone. You attempt to show them reason. Karen's doom was sealed by the orders overlaid to edicts, not your actions. Radix's stronghold couldn't have held out against the chorus and the Stone Stalker forces, arrayed against it much longer even without your intervention. Your words are not wholly without merit, the Earthshaker admits, but your actions have spoken with greater force than speech can ever muster. They cannot go unpunished. The earth trembles as he begins to trace sigils in the air. His favor advance upon you.
Trouble is afoot.
Ah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna have everybody focus their attentions on him. Because I really don't need a damn spellcaster here.
Flawless.
Okay, you attack these two. You will attack this guy. Yell him.
Flawless.
you can move away from the melee a little bit.
Consider it done.
God damn it. Use your spells.
Right. Let the land shudder and tremble. Good work. I bring
Shit.
glory to my guild.
No, now you're gonna use shield bash. We'll use that.
On it.
You got it.
You need to move your ass somewhere else. You're not right up in there.
Ready? These bones cannot. These feet cannot. I'll do it for the North. Come and face my iron. Our time together
Shit.
has not
Kick
gone
out that
to
ass.
waste.
God damn it. He's healing himself or something. Jesus Christ, kill him already.
You got it.
That was beneath me.
Finally. You two, will attack this one. You two, attack that one.
This weapon isn't entirely working.
This isn't working.
Well played. I got it. I got it.
This isn't working.
Let's see.
Wait.
Everyone focus their attacks on that guy if they're not already. You're gonna use your fire arrow ability on him.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. You got it.
Okay, time for me to leave. Back to the spire. Fatebinder, put your fears to rest. Chorus reinforcements have arrived. Crimson. The voices are not would not let an honored ally die alone on the battlefield. Certainly not when there are disfavored heads to scalp. Just give the word and. God damn it. Mask sculpture rumbles, shaking Mason from the spire and sending him off balance. I've activated most of the towers. The orb in the center of the resonance spins with a push of some unseen force. The structure once exuded warmth, now it gives off a ferocious heat that singes your face the longer you stare at it. Sound like music swarms in the air around the structure, but it's painful and harmonious to your ears. You probably know more about this thing than I do, but I hate this. Isn't there anything you can do to stop it? Spire, it's stuffing you with power. Really, force-feeding it in. Don't you feel that? Spire is now fully awake. Long dormant currents of energy dance to your presence. Tines of your spire, they quiver with arcane undulation. Exquisite. What exactly is happening? Spire often communicates with visions. Perhaps this is its way of saying it has something to discuss. And listen with all your ears can muster, Fatebinder, for I certainly hope you and this stone model has some surprise tucked up your sleeve. When I broke the Edict of Fire, I was flooded by an intuition of how it all works. I could try proclaiming it without Kairos' words. I shattered the Edict Stone, I struck mystic wisdom. Spire resonates my voice. I'll shout to the valley that I have an edict from Kairos. That should get them running. Ooh. So let me... kinda wanna... Let me think I'll handle this. Oh, of course you will. Let's just stand here while you improvise your way out of this disaster. Fatebinder is fascinating. Such complex rites requiring numerous trained magicians carefully shaping sigils, slight variations, specific foci. Historically presented difficulties when confronted by the unexpected. I'm glad you were able to interrupt the Earthshaker plot. Only Kairos knows what madness they had planned for that colossal stone corpse. Let's see. Heroic defense.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need?
Let's see.
What did you have in mind?
I'm gonna go talk to some of my followers.
Fatebinder, it is good to see you. But what do you need?
I kind of wish I had just said what I was gonna do. Proclaim one of the edicts. I kind of want to try to be good, but I can also be a dick eventually.
What is it you need? Ask away.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Why is there... Oh, I saved over an autosave file. Delete that one then, and save over that one. I want to see what'll happen. Okay. Still so much touch resonator. Still so much that doesn't make sense. I would agree. The Arcana Secrets has shared much with me, but this is beyond even my ignorant mind. Not sure who's actually in control here. Is the Spire enhancing my powers, or am I fueling the power of the Spire? Your mind drifts to bygone days and past events. Along with the rush of memories you know your own come a surge of images, voices, and pangs of joy and sadness, either long forgotten or remembered by somebody else. The heat of the burning library still radiates in your lungs and heart. While it's disconcerting that you occasionally exhale steam, the effect seems a harmless reminder of the power lurking inside you. The cooling weight of the granite over your head, the pressing slabs of knees at your chest, these memories of care now live in your mind, as is a recipe of his undoing. They say only the Ulrich can create an edict, It has never been clear if the Overlord can destroy an edict. When the edict is resolved, what becomes of the colossal quantities of mystic energy bound to such an edict? They think I'm crazy for hearing voices. At least the ones in my head aren't coming from an old phallic monument. I can't have been the first person to mess with this device. You feel a presence standing adjacent to you in space, but centuries from you in time. For a moment, she seems aware of you, or perhaps you're remembering her speaking to someone standing in the very same spot. She speaks to the spires. The spire listens, echoing her words. And while she speaks with conviction, her words are not edicts. She lacks the understanding, the conviction. Images of half a dozen figures swarm around your mind. All of them walk atop this ancient perch, and each discovered by a sliver of the spire's potential. Since anything, their vision is showing me a woman who's here long ago, along with a few other fleeting visitors, but I doubt that they were the spire's master. Whomever was here before, you or the spire seems to adore now. They're lost, your gain. The spires and the tears are linked. Just how far does this connection go? With that, hear your own voice to echo in your mind. Kairos' edict of execution should be no more. Your mind flashes back to the assault in the Ascension Hall. Sensations of searing heat and chilling cold course through your body as you relive the weightless moment when the edict broke. Fateful instance when the levy vanished and the arcane crowns of Kairos' magic were set free. Spire knows the first moment it found you. So now you know this too, but whether the meeting was by accident or design is unknown to both of you. A distant looked about you. There is a flash of the assault on Ascension Hall and the resolution of the edict of execution. The arcane backlash of broken edict seems to be the probable cause. I told him that we ought to slay you before you became a problem. I mean that in the nicest way, of course. Just look at you now, a most remarkable specimen. Spires and tears are linked. How far could this connection go? Your mind, you lose sense of your feet, and vision expands to spires on the horizon. Meditate and silence your thoughts. As you would command your arms to extend, you think outward. Your mind feeling cognizant of the verticality of the spire. You follow the sensation down to the soil, and your sensation stretches underground, radiating throughout the Vengeance Well Valley, branching out to the old wall that ring in the mountains, and from there out to the surrounding old walls and spires of the Tears. You should a soft hum of breath into the resonance and fall silent, stretching your senses across the Tears. Your voice becomes a trivial squeak against the raging torrents of edicts of storms in the Blade Grave. The power of the edict spills inside you. You let your voice is but a whimper. Everywhere Kairos' edict still holds sway. Where Kairos' edict no longer return, your voice echoes with power. Should you will, let the spiral resonate in your voice across these lines, enacting a new edict of your own making. You're done commuting? Let's see. Spire can't seem to reach where Kairos' edict will still churn. But otherwise, I think the spire can reach out anywhere in the Tears. Fascinating. Spire contains such power. The voices in route will be intrigued. Touch the resonator. Concentrate. What could possibly go wrong? Touch the stone structure. You sense moment slows, and you feel the entirety of the Tears at your fingertips. The spire stands ready to channel your will. Smith, who regularly produces weapons. I'm using one-handed weapons. I'll hire that guy. Okay. Save the game again. I have to figure out what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, I could have just threatened to that I had an edict. Shit. I should have done that. Instead, I kept choosing everything else. I could have threatened to have an edict. Then decided if I was going to use it or not. So they're weak to all magics. Yeah. Let's use edict can fire. Issue edict. Exact. Act 2. No, how's that possible? Kairos gave you this edict, yes, to read against the disfavored. You didn't just do that yourself? I had a feeling, having broken the edict, I seemed to be able to recreate it, if in a limited fashion. Oh, this changes everything. Even the voice of the rat couldn't have seen this coming, could he? But first things first, your edict has sown fear and disorder throughout this favor. We must strike now with the sentence of confusion. Their suffering has just begun. Join us, Fatebinder. Hate for you to miss the fun.
Alpha to kills in shadow smells good. Fatebinder wants beast woman good, yet heard whispers. Rumors of human rotting with beastmen in stalwart lands. Was curious. Hauler's face and name were known by men. Hauler Alpha was gentle, loved by Padfoot and whole pack. Pack's bulwark, Padfoot could not protect Alpha, so begged and whined. Debased own self at beast.
Defeat the invaders. Is this who I want to take with me? Yes. Send Barrack against the disfavored forces. Shit. Cadre of disfavored warriors approaches, led by Cerberus, now wearing the regalia of the Iron Guard. Possible. I have seen the blood changers call upon fire, but this, the intensity, the heat, how you channel the fires of Kairos. The faint of heart made fear mystic fire, but I was there when the burning library was set ablaze. Take more than a hapless imitation of Kairos' conflagration to scare me.
Your days end.
Okay.
This is useless. I should try something else.
Harsh words cause more harm.
Something else.
Good work. That's how it's done.
You kill him. Do that.
Stand to...
Sorry about that. This is useless. I should try something else.
Damn thing.
Are you afraid of...
Knock down. On it.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
Can't do that. At once.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Let the iron pigs bleed. Return to the spire. Meant the whispers. The overlord's power has been challenged. You assume that such rumors are making their way back to Kairos. I still have to go against Graven Ash because I've concentrated all my abilities working with the voices in the rat. I always knew you'd be a delightful bit of trouble, but I didn't think you'd attach one overlord's power within you. Why didn't you tell me? Still not sure. Wait, in second degree. Karis declared you are the newest Archon, so the other Archons now have orders to control or destroy you, and the other way around. See, this is why I try to avoid getting Kairos' attention. Declare this is a command from Kairos, but not an edict. Correct, there's no edict backing this order. Such concurrence hardly seems necessary when the tasks and reward. The order is merely rescinded to Kairos' peace. The Archons may kill and maim each other without breaking any laws. Kairos knows rightly. Oh, damn it. Maybe I should have split my time evenly between Grave. When I had the chance to go down there and split my team evenly between Grave and Ash's area. Another place. The voices are not now has a great deal of reason to fear me. The other world order will complicate our alliance. What of the core? Have you heard what Tunon and Blood Mark think of this? Per usual, Tunon has the emotional range of opponents, but Blood Mark seemed almost giddy. I think the old Shadow is already putting names on his daggers. I was wondering if Blood and Mark would hear. He sword and probably stabbed Tunon, but no. It seemed the Archon of Shadows have to serve Tunon. Makes sense. I've never known the old Shadow to crave that kind of power. The voice not has a great deal of reason to fear me. This order will complicate our alliance. I'm sure you two have a little discussion ahead of you, and I think we both know we'll be aiming to convince you to submit. You to use you to kill the other Archons, I'd bet. I think I'm more troubled by the sudden promotion to Archon. By definition, an Archon is someone who drains magic from themselves and doesn't channel the powers of others. Since I assume you cast an edict without reading prepared words of Kairos otherwise, why the fuss? Archon isn't fully incorrect for what you are, but I would agree your power is far beyond the mastery of shadows, or ice, or talking to trees, or whatever the other powers the Archons have shown. Consider it for a second. The greater mystery is not why you're being considered an Archon, it's why you're being allowed a chance to live. So let's see. So I'm to be the Archon of Edicts? Not exactly, just Archon for now. A bit unorthodox, but that's all the information I received. Regulus insisted we should call you the Archon of the Tears. At least in any case where we might be overheard, since Archon of Edicts could sound like a denigration of the Overlord. You realize this presents a problem for me, right? My hand just writes Fatebinder Jesse and habit. Ever it will take to train myself to write Archon. Not sure I have the years left in me, but I didn't ask to be an Archon. I didn't ask to be a Fatebinder, but I make it look easy. I don't think anybody wants to be an Archon. If anything, those who tried for the title without Kairos' blessing rarely survived to be remembered. That's true. I don't think Kairos decides who has the power to be an Archon, but Kairos is certainly selective who gets the title. My teacher, Occulta Jade, Archon of Times, never bowed to Kairos. Powers was her own, and she claimed the title of Archon because, well, when she was younger, the Overlord was just a distant tale, so wearing the title didn't arouse conflict. I don't think the Overlord gives anyone power in direct sense. If anything, I bet Kairos would rather all those mewling idiots devoid of magic would be easier to control that way, but Kairos can give tasks and take titles. Titles change how people see you, how they view your authority, or how big a threat they perceive you to be. Does it mean I finally get to meet Kairos? Maybe get my own realm to rule? Not sure about meeting the Overlord, but I assume, yes, that'll happen in good time. Well, you might be jesting. The calling order comes with the implied prize of rulership of the Tears. If you want it, fight for it. Alpha has become newest Archon, so revered by humans, has earned a new title of strength. What do you think Kairos would want us Archons to fight? Because Ash and Nerat work together like water and oil, so letting each rule half the Tears and exercise in bad planning, because there's no land left to conquer after the Tears, and Kairos needs fewer generals. Janon's not here, so I don't mind pointing out that Kairos isn't exactly a loving ruler. The Archons are disposable pawns, not beloved subjects. The land has been conquered, why not dispose of the conquerors? I've heard enough, and I know what comes next. The Archon will bend to my will or die. No, I'm just gonna... Thank you for delivering the message. That will be all. First step is deciding you won't bow to one of the other Archons. I wish you the best of luck in your upcoming struggle. Know that when you come for blood and mark and to none, I and the other Fate Binders won't interfere. Question for me and the other Fate Binders have been asking, can you do this again? Nunon believes in you. Another who shall remain nameless takes the more cynical stance that the Overlord has a hand so far up your ass she can pump it your mouth. You couldn't cast a second edict if you tried. Me, I think you have it in you. Or at least I like the idea of proclaiming an edict of yours someday. Think Graven Ash and his legion might enjoy an edict on his fortress of Iron Hearth and the Bloody Grave. Curiosity demands that we... Yep. Blind words to earth and sky like baited snare for disfavor. The iron clouds be caught, the screaming and snap-biting jaws of edict. The tears are about to get a lot more interesting with that attitude. I can taste their lamentations already. There isn't only the spires that has awakened for a black letter word to your presence, right? Correct, there are other spires I can call my own. Consider a trip to the Blade Grave, or Stalwart. Or it used to be called, that's where the Ocean Spire is located. As far as I know, you haven't claimed it, neither has anyone else yet. When you rule Tartarus, look me up. If you're successful, I'll know I'll be in need of a new Archon to serve. No, mostly sober, but so just so we're clear, you did just issue an edict, right? First you cast an edict, then this full-on war of Archons, the whole chapter of the Chronicle is reading like fiction. So Kyrus ordered all Archons to fight out until only the strongest remain. I think we now safely say the Scarlet Chorus philosophy has been vindicated. Alpha birthed own words of power like human primal called Kairos. It's better mystic than brood mother to kill in shadows, than Stonestalker's 100 blood, than beast one Archon slaughtered by Mark of Shadows. Kills in Shadows knew Alpha was among most powerful human whole tiers. Knows was not wrong. One last thing. All this talk of you being the second coming of the Overlord, and I almost forgot my duties. There's a court summons from Blade Mark, Tunon's assassin. I suggest you read it carefully as part of your preparation. Your survival may depend on it. It's a court summons. Good luck, Archon. I knew you've got a thing or two on your plate, but if you could make time for me, Little Bird has brought me some interesting news. Hate to go out to stabbing people without you. Archon Fatebinder. Whatever you call yourself, our agents have infiltrated the outskirts of Iron Hearth. Ash and her troops are exposed to around Earth. Before you make your final assault, the Voice and Rat wants to discuss a stunt you pulled. Yes, people are beginning to talk. The Archon doesn't want there to be any misunderstandings. You're to meet the Archon at the canopy before we hurl our forces at Iron Hearth. I know your warlike ways compel you to do otherwise, but I really must consist. Very well, I'll tell the Voices I'll meet him. Twilight Archon, he knows already. I'll keep tempers at a controlled burn here at Vender's Well. Please send the Archon my regards. Fatebinder. Remember who you're going to meet. The Archon sequence loves nothing more than a challenge, but he also loves to win. What quest failed? Oh no. I forgot to do that. I should have done that first. Shit. Fuck. No, I'll only ask once. Kid, take it you're aware of the Overworld's latest decree. If not, let me give it to you straight. Now's a bad time to be Archon in the tier, since most likely I'll be the one to cut you down. I thought I'd first explain. It's not my choice. But if it was, I would still choose to kill you. See you soon. Arrange a meeting. If I'm to die by your hand, I would prefer to be in battle, face to face. Or would that be face to shadow? Regardless. Risk is depriving you of the thrill of good ambush. We ask that we can meet in person as peers, drawing blades openly. That is what is to come. On the reverse of this parchment, I mapped real location in the wilderness. Let us meet and settle things there. I will provide you 2 days to scout the location in advance should you require. During trial for your action in the tiers. Let me check something. Oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's see. Crap. The latest outside was 11:15. I decided to reload this because I'd rather not kill him. What do I do? Damn it. I fucked my decision. No, subject cars don't turn on each other. This is how the madness started, with the Archons falling into disorder. Through all that, since I just went through it.
Not to steal your glorious day in the sun, but I must say, now all my notes on you are suddenly worth 10 times their weight in iron. My journals will melt the linens off the ladies,
He's trying
I
to
tell
music a
you.
little bit.
What's that you say? Buxom, nubile lasses with an interest in old men who know history. You need a definitive Tractatus on the trials and tribulations of the Archon of the Tears? Ha! Well,
I'll be right back.
you're in luck. think one can safely conclude that you have the Overlord's attention, and that of the Tears. Soon, all of Tarata's. You realize, I trust, I hope, that nobody other than Kairos has ever cast an edict. Until you.
Are you sure history hasn't edited or forgotten those who could rival the Overlord?
Well, I have a hard time believing that someone would cast an edict and not have it noticed.
Maybe.
Well, as of now, I've seen with my own eyes that the Overlord is not unique in this regard. And I suppose... Now, if you are right, that implies the Overlord has no qualms silencing and murdering those who pose a threat. In your case, at least my written record of you might survive. See? I'm being optimistic.
Newfound powers don't change the fact that I am loyal to Kairos, but I am likely to be perceived as a threat all the same.
If that's true, then the Overlord would be wise to treat you well, for your powers would make you an enforcer second to none. But I imagine Kairos became Kairos by taking few chances with the competition. I could see the Overlord playing it safe and disposing of you. At the same time, if you really were a meaningful threat, you'd have already been the victim of an edict, or bled in Mark's daggers.
Yeah,
So
kinda.
This has me rather curious.
Yeah, I screwed up and now
What does the
that one guy
Overlord
stuck in his
wish
armor.
to do with you? Good question. In parts north, it's commonly held that Kairos' Edict of Dust was the first, but it was cast in the year 11. It was just the first edict to ripple across the whole of Tarata. But here, the answer is given to us by the Overlord's own sense of posterity. Year 0 of Kairos' calendar is said to correspond to the day Kairos went from warlord to wearer of many crowns. A victory won when the first Edict of Storms shocked both the Cloud Barons and the realm of Medrev to capitulate.
Antelope, is that an animal?
Yes, or it was, at least, until they were all wiped out by the Edict of Dust. Or that's as best we've pieced it together from the records. From what we've gathered from their skeletons, they were some sort of mute beast man that ran on 4 legs.
Antelope are not like beast women. Antelope have hooves for fleeing. Beast women have claws for killing. Antelope don't eat meat, are spooked easily, are large but helpless, lumber but lack reason, are prey. Silverback tribe hunted antelope extinct. Old Ink Mystic tells many strange, stupid tales. Thinks to know everything.
I suppose I'm more of an expert in living things, like birds.
Find
And
out soon
can't
enough, we should
quite
get going.
confer- Indeed. Once again, I find myself wishing the days and nights would slow down just a hair. Never enough hours to journal these dense days. Let us be on our way.
Shit. Somebody did that happen. The overworld's magic sense.
What can I do for you?
Talk later. stronger than him. Dream, right? Now we just need 1,000 years. Artifacts have immense power and an expansive information network, and the largest army of tiers I've ever seen. One more thing before I call it day, Fatebinder. What is it? After we spoke to Essa, slipped a scout. It's arranged to keep an eye on the place and send word if anything out of the ordinary happened. Apparently there have been some strangers joking about. I'd like to head back to River's Break to see if we can grab one. Maybe dig a little knowledge out of him. I'll make it a priority. Thanks, who knows? Maybe we'll have something we can use against the Archons. Let's get moving, the war's not over yet.
On it.
Say something cordial. My dearest Mark, I must sincerely thank you for the forward warning. Please know that I have indeed taken your words to heart, and such for return the following in reply. Certainly I would not expect you to follow me without first testing my mettle. If we must still each other, so be it. I respect your prowess and will stand my ground if a duel is what you desire, but I would ask you to consider instead pledging your blade to me, rather than aiming at my throat. Okay, send it. 1 hour response.
Hail, mighty Archon. Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew. All my life, I've been told Kairos alone can issue an edict. And yet, here you are, proclaiming mastery of the lands just like the Overlord.
Perhaps Tret. Fortunate that you were sworn to me.
Yes, fortunate indeed. I will endeavor to be worthy of the honor. Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew.
Perhaps there are others besides me and the
All
Overlord.
my life, I should certainly hope not. Taratus isn't large enough for Kairos, and it's certainly going to get very interesting if the two of you start waving your edicts.
I would have felt if someone else were proclaiming edicts. I knew when this one activated the spire. From what I know of Kairos, the Fatebinder is definitely a wrinkle in some carefully laid plans.
Venus casting each other in Kairos in the last 431 years, certainly we would know. There have been witnesses and evidence that outran Kairos' march west. Sages would have heard of it.
Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew.
But
All my life, I've been told Kairos alone can issue an edict.
I can
And
gain
yet,
loyalty and fear.
Here you are,
I'm not like the Overlord.
proclaiming mastery of...
You
You
her.
mean her powers?
You say that now. Let's see if you still feel this way when the reality sinks in, and your mastery of this newfound power solidifies. The world now bows to your mere utterance. Each day you will
I did
grow
tell you 1
stronger,
o'clock, right?
while the world becomes weaker
Alright.
in comparison.
Alright. Alright.
Put another way, if I could do what you do, the world would be at the mercy of my depravity. Cursing the name of Ebb, Archon of Fecund Fluids. Let's hope your moral sex... Your newfound power runs in the face of what
Enough
I
about
thought
me
I
for the
knew.
moment.
What is it you need?
Questions for you.
Ask away.
Let's see.
What is it you need?
Wait, what does she do? I forget.
Of course. It's about time.
I will return to our holdfast at once.
So I need to try to maybe use her more. Match defense there. Hmm. 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 Gonna find something else. Frightens nearby Bane. Talent points 1 leadership. Also, we're gonna have stuff in these. I've only put in. Grants a bonus to lower skill. I'll take that. Oh, good morning, fun size spaz. How are you doing today? I don't think anyone else is watching, but I'm still gonna do this anyway. Hell, son. Likewise, well met. Hmm. You must be of decent rank to speak freely. Maybe consider yourself forgiven. Believed how so? Well, you seem almost human, you know, normal. Many consider I am human. Of course, sir. No disrespect meant. Consider yourself forgiven. What were your duties in the disfavored army before you joined me here? As a drill master, it was my job to train the recruits how to handle the weight of our armor, how to swing a sword without getting your head lobbed off. Usually the basic tasks. What do you think of Graven Ash? I'd follow him to the end of the realm with that. That's what you're asking. I owe my life and more. Took a spear the size of my fist. That's when my insides fell out. I could feel the blood pouring out of me, leaving me real fast. Sort of wounds the kind of men don't come back from. Graven Ash. He brought me back. Surely impressive you survived. You sound pretty devoted to him. Most served commander their whole adult life, so God say I'm no different. I enlisted in the 13th year of my birth. Mother cried for me. Hmm. Wait a minute. I am basically using one-handed weapons, so I'm going to train that as far as I can go. Oh shit. I also got to pay attention to how much money I have here. Let's get that at 60. Push it into level 14. Maybe I better stop for now. Shit. That's a lot of my money I just used. I also have to pay fees too. Shit.
You learn something every day.
Oh, I had to... Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Ah, shit. Oh, no. I don't... Crap, I screwed up. I shouldn't have spent all that money. I wonder what happens if I can't pay. I'm going to dismiss one of these. Oh, maybe the maintenance cost. Oh crap! Damn it! That's gonna cost me more to hire them back. Shit. Should have been paying attention to that. Okay. Be off with you. Something bother you, Siren? You seem sad.
No. Everything's fine, Archon. I've made some progress on that ancient musical score. I'm almost completely sure it's the same music I hear in that crystal. This music. I think it describes something fundamental. About magic, I mean. Or at least about the magic of the old walls. Yeah, I thought he might have. But I was just being a foolish, silly...
It's a human to hope. Sometimes
stupid
hopes get
little girl.
dashed.
Thank you, Archon. Sometimes I forget that the Overlord's
Why so
minions
interested
can
in Karen?
occasionally act... We used to know each other back at Fort Threshold. He was kind and clever, and I thought we were friends. The lasting kind that might last lifetimes. But then he left me there, and Nerat sent me off to sing up its troops. I used to pen him missives, each long and longing and poetic, mostly about myself. But then, well, I guess. I mean, sure, I'm certain that weaving this song into my own music will strengthen it. Or at least let more of my power slip through this stupid hat. Who knows? Maybe the old walls will hear my songs, and then I'll be able to awaken spires too, or sing edicts, or both.
Your voice will shake the tears.
The tears? Don't underestimate me. I'll shake this whole ugly world. But truly, thank you for all of this. I'm in debt.
I'll add my power to your cause, I promise. Okay, I'm gonna turn down music just a bit.
wants, beast woman? Good, yep. Hunted pack of chorus pestering beast women in Haven lands.
I'm gonna save this game and see what happens if I click. I want her to bathe. I've never chosen that before.
Alpha, fate binder, am bathing right now.
Don't simply drag your fetid tongue over another matted patch of fur. Stand under a waterfall or kneel in a stream. The crying statue in Edgering Ruins comes to mind.
Is washing with waterfall how packmate became trapped in iron? Did not think to shed iron. Should let beast woman prize shell from ironclad. Then kills it good, yep. Why always is Alpha asking beast woman? Maybe Alpha.
Okay.
Alpha, fate binder wants beast woman. Fate binder. What now
Let's
does
see.
fate binder wish to?
Come with me.
Be seeing you,
I'll
Fate
tack
Binder.
homeward. See you there.
Add these two to get some of their stuff set up. Actually, I'm gonna go click on this. But why do I want to issue an edict there? I guess I could do this if I was gonna try to Oh. Let's click on map. Apparently not. Yeah, how the fuck do I get that to close? There we go. Said I've equipped a powerful artifact. Okay. Thresher points into that. Full strength and magic defense, but I think most of our points are going to go into one more point into that. Give her a bonus to that. Use peace. Okay. Gains breath at the start of combat. Increases the amount she gains. 1d6. Oh, okay. Don't know if anyone can hear that. There's a damn siren. Okay.
Greetings, Archon. How I've
Kind of want to. I'm gonna take her.
We'll wait. For short
Be
while.
seeing you, Fatebinder. Here to serve.
Yeah, I'll be taking the Archon of Songs. Okay, how the hell do I access my map? There we go. Why is it currently inaccessible? Why can't I return to that spire? Okay, why the fuck can I not travel anywhere? Do I have to exit through here first? Maybe? Oh, yeah. Well, every week on Friday at 12, the emergency sirens go off just for a test. Now maybe I can actually go somewhere. I don't know why it wouldn't let me travel before. Why is it not letting me use that travel function? It's weird. Guess I'll have to use this to travel. Try to save it. Be playing for about another half hour, then I'll have to get ready for work. And your cat says hi. It's weird that for some reason I had to leave the actual area. Spire worker. I guess I'll go ahead here. The river's break. Oh crap. Windborne ash assaulted your senses even before you reached River's Break. By the time Farmstead came into view, the burning smell was joined by others of charcoal, rotting flesh, bloated vegetation. The house stands in ruins, the plaster cracked and blackened. First steps forward, arms slack at her sides, mouth slightly agape. What the Kairos loving shit? Call it Essa. Shit, Fatebinder. Went everyone's vengeance will to know we're here. Let's poke around. Maybe there's something here that'll give us a better sense of who did this and why. Essa, fuck. Could get her a clean death. Instead, she ends up here, burned alive. That's mercy for you. We'll find whoever did this. I got some questions that need answers. Here's hoping these bastards don't want to talk. I really hope they don't want to talk. I can make them answer any question you ask first. All you have to do is ask nicely. Stay out of it, Songbrat. Fine, if you want to get blood, more blood all over the rags you call clothes, I'm not going to stop you. Somebody pried this door open. Someone with iron. This favored may have collected brain capacity of crate-filled with stone, but they treat their weapons like each one is the daughter of Kairos. Disgraceful. The Overlord and the Great General gifted us iron that we might spill the blood of our enemies, not to lever open a stubborn door. Look at this Fatebinder. Set of a lot of fires in my time, and this is a very special pattern of burning that only happens with magic. See these marked sages did this? You know, another organized society of magic users who like to control information. I'll happily look their way.
Sorry, I can't.
These were here before, weren't they? Can't say they seem very
Sorry, I can't.
Is there anything better than the old, familiar scent of a burned-out farmhouse?
Sorry, I can't.
Nice find, Fatebinder. The trash are faint, even with the earth as dry as this. Whoever left them was traveling light. Couldn't have carried that much gear. I'll only ask once. Kid, if I haven't said it before, I'll say it now. I'm going to enjoy killing you. Can't wait for the execution order. I'm anticipating your arrival at the court. Don't snuff the lights.
Can't do that.
Nice rocks you found there, Fatebinder. Maybe we should keep searching. Unless you think they started the fire.
What else am I supposed to click on?
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't. Can't do that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look up this damn quest. Because apparently I'm stuck.
Is there anything better than the old, familiar scent of a burned-out farmhouse? Is there anything better than the old, familiar scent of a burned-out farmhouse? What?
kind of want to just randomly do eat. Well, okay, apparently I'm not. Let's see. Charred corpse, the doorway, the collapsed corner of the house, then the tracks by the. Okay, maybe I have to do them in order. Corpse, the doorway, collapsed corner of the house. Okay. I'm gonna reload this. Hopefully I can, whatever's messed up will get fixed. I'm gonna investigate these things in order. Okay, investigate the corpse, investigate the doorway. Collapsed corner of the house.
Right.
What a mess, whoever decided to throw down amongst themselves. If that doesn't scream Scarlet Chorus, I'm the last queen of Apex. Police don't let the chorus gangs, they focus on the enemy instead of one another.
We've got a burned farmstead and multiple fire wards set around it. That reeks of our missing fire mage Catorius. There's chorus and disfavored shit all over the place. Given how shoddily maintained the iron is, I'm guessing it's all chorus shit. We can always ask him when we find him, assuming I let him live long enough to. The nearest stronghold is a sad little pile of palisades on the edge of the contested lands called. The disfavored used to hold those walls, so that could go a ways towards explaining their arms being scattered around here.
Damn it, now I wish I'd completed a barracks thing. Oh,
Come on. We've got a sage to track.
let's find him.
Lead the way, boss.
Save that there. Place manned by the skeleton crew. Could be that half the choir men are out raiding, but I don't like it. This is our best opportunity. Unless it's a trap. Never far from my mind, Fate Minder, but it pays to keep on one's toes. So you go bind ourselves some fates.
To battle!
This is one of my favorite songs.
Let's do it, you and me.
Nobody heard that, right?
I will aid you. That one rattled me.
Can't do that. Right.
Check something. Check something.
Right. Will do.
Better save it here, before I talk to him. First, Archon. You know who I am and why I'm here. Assuming he's one of your sister's killers. None other. I've seen this smirking list 1,000 times behind my eyelids. I put a lot of thought in how I'll be cutting them off. Apologies for the lack of introduction, Archon. I am Catorius, one of the School of Ink and Quill. More than the matter at hand, however, I'm one of the 3 survivors of the group that met your Scarlet Furies patrolling the open battle in Apex a few years ago. She's pretty damn matter of fact about it for someone whose remaining life is measured in hours. So long. Think I'm gonna make it quick? Kindling cock? No, no. I'm going to savor this, nice and slow. How'd I come to earn your unbridled and you let Crocus live? He was easily the worst of us. That wasn't my fucking call. Whole Fury, aren't you the slightest bit curious why the man who killed your Fury friends holds a tent in the middle of the car's forsaken Scarlet Chorus encampment? It's all been a ruse. Ruse? What kind of? What are you even talking about? He has glowing green talons in him. What the hell will his dignity cost? A scroll, a sigil? Clever Archon. I'd heard the Adjudicator trains his agents well in the arts of reason. Simply put, I am a creature of the voices in Nerat. You know, honor sage. The voices. What are you trying to say? Of course, took me and every one of my village almost 4 years ago, my wife included. To think you like Marion, were she not wrapped up in all of this? She brought her shoulders, muscles like a beach one, her spirit full of oil and fire. Marion sounds like the name of no choirman I've met. That's your true name. Not her conscript name. I won't call her by that. What happened to her? Let me guess. The voices in Nerat used her to control you. Muscle matters in the chorus, but a vicious killer is just a pawn to the Archon of Secrets. Only knowledge matters. That made me valuable to them. Marion, less so. So you cut a deal. Told them I'd do whatever they wanted, so long as they kept her out of their more sacrificial operations. The cheersman and a sage, I could please the voices of people couldn't. Please join causes they couldn't. Long before the Tarkus clan reached an agreement with the sages to slaughter the garrison at Vengeance will. I helped Tarkus Demos plan his resistance. The voices allowed the Oathbreakers to slaughter the chorus expendable gangs as distraction for their true objectives. The voices thought Verse and her sisters were expendable. Bullshit. Each fury is worth 2 Zen conscripts. A sisterhood that dances together like ours, there's no more vicious force in the whole fucking field of war. Think you're right. Or something like right. We weren't supposed to kill you. We weren't supposed to take you alive. The voices wanted you to witness your squad's deaths. You didn't kill us all. You took Kaiser. Capture one of you, yes. Erisa wanted to finish her off as a warning. Crocus thought we could sell her. I sided with him and suggested a ransom to the Archon of Secrets. That's what we did. I got your friends home to the voices. You expect to believe Nerat cared enough about one of his own to purchase her back? Not sure it matters to what you believe. You lie. Red Geyser. My sister is dead. So, she was killed after we left her with the Archon. Which I suppose brings us to the present. The voices left me with standing orders. If you ever figure out the truth of it, I should bring you to them. So that's what happens next. Help us, and we'll help you. I could always just kill Nerat. But I kind of want to feed her to the voices. Let's see. Help us and we'll help you. If I don't bring you back, it doesn't matter whether I died. No, I died in the trying. Voice and Nerat will murder Marion. The only option is to save her would be to kill the Archon of Secrets. Then we kill the Archon of Secrets. There are more soldiers coming to the fortress now that you've felt your way to me yet. If anyone killed the Archon of Secrets, it would be you. Not me, us. First we have to get free of here. This conversation was over, right? What do you want, Verse? I trust you to make the right call. It's the easiest choice I've ever made. I'm going to enjoy this dance, Caterers. For Red Geyser. This damn shame, Archon. Looks like your friendship with this chorus rat will be your demise.
Look at that, future corpse.
Flawless. On it.
That was beneath me.
take more than that to break me.
I will break you!
I will break you!
Someone staunch my bleeding.
Sorry, I can't. Can't do that.
Someone staunch
got
my
it.
bleeding.
Blood changer staff. Now get the hell out of here. Oh shit.
Back, future Florence.
I will have...
Can't do
Your
that.
head!
After this battle. Oh. Thank you. I will have a good fight, but after this battle I'm gonna have to save it and shut it off and get ready for work.
Not you got it.
Take me if you can.
I'm just gonna close my eyes for a second.
Can't do that.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. Fall before me.
On it. I got...
I don't think so. Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Are you afraid of death, worm?
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
I require needle and thread.
Fury Scythe. Give that to her. Pierce damage. What kind of damage is this? This slash damage. I have to start saving it. Oh, I have to save it now. I find someone else to host. I'm going to host Lost Worm. They are playing Tyranny as well.